Hi, it's Tenma here, and I'm here to talk about Dino Charge, or rather some recent developments in Dino Charge. As we know, the audition process is going on currently, and there has been some slides that have been released about the characters, who's behind the production of the season, and all this stuff. I will make a quick note here. I am not going to refer to the characters that are talked about in the slides by their names because they are subject to change as production continues. First big thing noticing on the slide is the fact that Tzachor is not the producer of this season. It's actually LYNN. I find this is a huge positive. I do not like Tzachor seasons. I could go probably into why I don't like them much later on, but I don't like essentially how he produces, and I typically do not like his seasons very much. And so especially the last two that were under his belt, which was Samurai and Mega Force. I have not really enjoyed them. I've enjoyed Mega Force a little bit more, but other than that, I just haven't been enjoying his stuff. So I'm glad that he's out of it, and in fact, I kind of did a victory dance because I love LYNN's work, and I enjoy a lot of his seasons. He's done a lot of good ones. So here's like hoping that him coming back is going to be a good thing. So the other thing that's rather interesting is the colors, and ToQger Ranger had some colors that didn't appear that often that are going to be appearing, it seems, as a core cast thing in Dino Charge. Like with the brothers, one of them is a core character who appears in almost all the episodes. The other one appears, I think, in like 19 episodes. Now, given the fact that we're looking at 20 episodes per season, this might not be too bad of a thing, but it might require reshooting footage, new footage entirely, which is kind of funny considering reasons of why people think Go Busters was not adapted, which a lot of it has to do with, Go Busters does have, other than a different formula, it does have a lot of out of the helmet shots that they would have to reshoot. So that would be funny if they're like, well, we don't want to, adapt to Go Busters because of that, but we'll adapt ToQger Ranger even if it means doing the same thing. So that's going to be interesting. And to see where that flows. And again, we're having brothers this season. This is going to be kind of neat. We haven't had a brother season, I think, in a while. And this one has kind of the opposite. You have the really nerdy, geeky one, and then the really kind of athletic cowboy. So I'm like, okay, that's going to be interesting. Women this season, kind of hopeful. Notice that the names on the slides did not sound like the previous incarnations of women on Rangers. As I pointed out in one of my videos, that was kind of one of the jarring things, was they basically chose similar names to the previous season. Another thing I find interesting is the Purple Ranger. That kind of caught my eye. Female tech, we haven't had a female tech in a while. I kind of am wondering if they're going to be maybe a mentor figure that turns into a ranger. We have had those in the past. Makes sense, with having the tech background and everything. I could be wrong entirely, but it'd be interesting to see if they do that. But I'm excited. You don't typically see females in tech roles, so here's hoping. But one of the things that did bug me is they changed her age. She was like 26 on the original slide, and then they updated it to be like 16 to 18 or something like that. And I'm like, really? You are still in fighting shape at 26. It's not like, you're 26 and suddenly you're too old to do stuff. In fact, you might be better able to do stuff when you're that age. That's another topic entirely of Power Rangers and kind of how it deals with teenagers and teenage protagonists in general. So, that's kind of all I had to talk about. I'll probably have more opinions, probably as more stuff is released and put out there. As of right now, though, that's pretty much it. The characters do look a little interesting. Just kind of as a final note, the characters do look interesting, and they do look a little different from the Kyo Ranger counterparts, and here's hoping the writing kind of does, you know, support them in this season to come. Now, if you want to like, kind of look into more what's going on, I do highly suggest you check out the threads going on Ranger Crew and Ranger Board, or follow Morphine K on Twitter. Those are really good news sorts for the audition process going on right now. And I'm Tenma, and I'll see you guys next time.